Hey everybody. Well, today I'm just gonna do a really basic neutral look. I spent yesterday on the beach because all the time, the beach just really helps me relax and de-stress. And that's what I needed yesterday. And I listened to myself and I was like, you have lots of work to do, but I allowed myself just to go to the beach and relax and reset, which is something we all need to practice and do. So I did that yesterday and I got burnt. That's what I get for taking that time to myself. I got burnt and it's because it's been cloudy here and I have not been able to be in the sun recently. So I just went there like I normally do, normal coverage of sunscreen, and that I needed more than that because I can be pretty fair complected when I'm not in the sun. Obviously the freckles and like the light colored hair should give that away. But anyway, so let's just start. I'm just gonna go in with my contour. That's where I'm gonna start. I've already primed my face. You definitely need a primer on your face to help with this makeup. Well, with any makeup, not just this makeup. But I'm just going in and doing contouring underneath my cheekbones here. That just really sculpts out your cheeks. Gives you nice chiseled looking cheekbones. Can you see the difference? Okay, so now I have my hair back today, and I don't consider myself to have like a giant forehead. I don't even know what I call it. I guess it's just an average forehead. But because I have my hair back today, and I usually part my hair down the middle, I'm gonna definitely wanna contour my forehead so we take attention away from this area up here. And I'm just kind of blending that contour. Well, looks like I got a little highlight on the edge of my brush too. I'm working out of my 4-piece compact, just so you know. These are my two highlight colors, a contour and a lip and cheek. That basic, oh my goodness, I keep doing it. Just ignore that part. I dipped in like to my contour and got the edge of my brush in the highlight color. But there's gonna be highlight there anyway, so it doesn't matter. And the nice thing about this makeup is it just blends so beautifully that that will blend out. Even if it was a mistake, it would blend out totally fine. I don't have to start all over again. Now I'm just contouring under my jaw. Oops, got a little above my jaw. Just getting up from my earlobe all the way down to the dreaded jowls, as I call them. I'm just contouring here to kind of give more of a straight line. And then I'm going to blend that down into my neck. So contour creates shadow, and that's what you want. You're creating shadow so you can give the illusion of more sculpted cheekbones or sculpted jaw. Bring your forehead down. Shadows are great for that. Now highlight, this is what we're gonna dip into next. First, we're gonna go into my main highlight color and my color corrector, which now that I have some sun on my face, I'm gonna go back to Mango. So Mango, for me, color corrects on my skin type this redness on my nose. Put a light layer over my freckles. And the nice thing about Mango for me as a color corrector is it also works as my main highlight. For some people, you may need a color corrector and then a different main highlight. But for me, Mango works well for me with my skin tone and coloring. Mango works great for me as my all over highlight. So I'm not only putting that over my freckles, on my nose, I'm also putting that in other places on my face, like under my nose here. I'm gonna put it on my chin. My chin also has a little redness to it usually, so it goes on my chin. This is where you would, if you think about it in terms of liquid foundation or powder foundations, this is essentially, you're putting it in all those places that you would put those other foundation colors in, is where your main highlight's going to go. So up here onto my cheeks. I'm also going to put some up here in the center of my forehead, just because I have some, normally you need that there. You would put foundation there too. I'm going right underneath my contour because I don't need to go over my contour. I'm going right under it. But I have some redness up here as well as some skin discoloration. Now we're gonna go over here. I do have some sunspots here, so I'm definitely hitting those areas as well with this. Down here. And I know you've probably heard me talk, if you've watched one of my videos, that you can fill out my color match form so you can get color match. And that's the reason why I look at your skin undertones, your skin tones, if you have any discoloration, melasma, rosacea, if you have dark circles under your eyes, to really find the color that's going to work really well for you. Because believe it or not, you know, a lot of us can wear the same colors and they're fine, but sometimes, you know, we just want to make sure we're getting the right color for your skin tone. You wouldn't want to have anything that was too orangey or too light or too bright. So having a makeup-free selfie of you is super important so that I get you the right color. So that means no makeup on your face at all. You're standing in front of in a window that has indirect sunlight, and you're about 2 to 3 steps back taking that selfie, so I can get a really good idea of your color. Once I have that, then I'll decide on your main highlight color, if that will work as your color corrector too, or if you need 2 colors for main highlight and a color corrector. And then thirdly, I'm gonna decide on your brightener. So this is my brightener, this is another highlight color. These are both highlight colors, but I'm using Candlelit as my brightener. So what a brightener does is it brings light to the center of the face. And does exactly what I said, it brightens your face. So you're putting it in areas where we wanna bring light into this area right here. So that's where your brightener's gonna go. So I'm putting it down the side of my nose, I'm putting it under my eyes. If you have some puffiness under your eyes, you just want to go right under that puffiness. You don't want to go into it. If you have crow's feet, you don't want to go up too high because you don't want to brighten your crow's feet. Same on this side, kind of going into the corner of my eye here, and then coming down. You can also put your brightener under your nose here, on your chin a little bit. Okay, so we're just doing like a pie shape right under my eyes. I've already done my eye makeup today, so I always start with my eye makeup because I will always get fallout from my eye makeup, so I like to start out with my eye makeup first and then go back over with my highlight and contour and brightener. So now I'm taking my 30-second hack brush, and I apologize I didn't mention that earlier. I was using this end of the 30-second hack brush to put on my main highlight, and now I'm using the opposite end to just blend and tap everything into place. Now for mature skin, it's much better to tap like I'm doing to get all that almost said to get all that medication blended, to get all that makeup blended. Good Lord. Just tapping in, because that will help you get into any fine lines you have or wrinkles. And this brush that I'm using right here is the 30-second hack brush, and that's the first brush I ever got. So when I first got started using this makeup, Maskcara beauty makeup, I only ordered this one brush in this 4-piece set. I got the compact for free because I ordered 4 tins, and then I have this brush, and I was just working out of that for the longest time. I didn't really have any eyeshadow colors yet, and the nice thing about that is, well, not the nice thing, but the best thing about having this makeup is I could use these colors in here to create an eye look, a very natural eye look, but it was good that I could use those colors to do that until I determined if I was really gonna use this makeup all the time, if I fell in love with it. And I don't even know why I did that, because I definitely fell in love with it. I wanted to keep using it, and then I was hooked ever since. I mean, I have never had anything that has such great coverage as this makeup does. Feels so light on my skin, doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup usually, and I can highlight and contour without an instruction sheet. Because before I had a whole palette of highlight and contour and a big long instruction sheet that I followed every time, and I glammed it up most of the time, and I was just shiny and bright everywhere, not necessarily where I wanted to be, and it was a hot mess, folks. So next I'm just going to take the same end that I used to blend in everything, and believe me, you do not need to change brushes or clean this off. This makeup blends so well together that I don't even need to clean this from going into those colors. And now I'm going to go into my blush, which I said I'm doing a real natural look today, so I have this light color called Frenchie, and I'm just going to dab that on my cheeks just like so, right above the contour, just to give me some color. We want to have color in our face and have a nice glowing look, like we have circulation in our face. So it's good to put blush on. Don't be afraid of darker colors too here. These tints, they may look scary and be really bright, but they blend out beautifully. Okay, so I have my blush on, and I'm pretty much done, but you know what? The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my blush, because it's a lip and cheek color. I'm gonna throw some on my lips now. And then I'm gonna take my Perfector sponge. I'm sure you guys have all seen sponges before, but this Perfector sponge, I was also using my other sponges thinking, that's totally fine too. But this sponge is so much better and different than the other sponges. It's super soft. If you haven't used a sponge before on your makeup, a blending sponge, you just take it, put it under the faucet, fill it up with water till it expands, because before it expands, it'll look like this. Then you get it all wet, squeeze it out, and it gets big like this. Then you just push it all over your face just to get all the makeup in, remove any excess you might have, but it really gets in all the creases, and it just gets your makeup blended in beautifully. So a blending sponge is definitely a good idea. A brush, 4-piece compact, and that's all you're going to need to get started with this, to have a nice natural look. You know, whatever kind of look you're going for, you can do it with this makeup. This is fantastic. The cream-based makeup can go on as light or as dark as you want it to, and I think that I have been so hooked on cream-based makeup now that I will never use anything else again. I truly, truly love it. Now, if you have any questions still after this on how you get started, please feel free to DM me. If you have already decided I need a color match, click on the link in my bio. In Instagram, in Facebook, I usually put the link up above. In YouTube videos, I usually put the link below that says color match. That'll have you answer some questions about your skin and skin tone, and then you can upload a makeup-free selfie from there, or take a makeup-free selfie right in that form. It'll send it off to me. Within usually 24 hours, I get back to you with your colors. It's in a long email that explains all the different options for you and your colors that I recommend. And then from there, you can order. This is less than $100 for this brush and these 4 colors and your free palette. So you really can't beat that, and it will last you a really long time. Like, I have had this same one for almost, I think, a year now. I mean, it's really, you know, you don't need a lot of this makeup to achieve a really, really good coverage. Now look, does it even look like I got sunburn yesterday? Not at all. Maybe on my chest. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. If you're already a customer and you need to order anything, you know where my link is. You can go ahead and order whatever you want. You know, you might need a new lip and cheek. You might need, who knows. All right, everyone, have a great day. Oh, one last thing. You always want to finish off your face with a setting spray of some sort. Spray that all over. Don't get it in your mouth like that. Fan dry, and your makeup should be set for the day. Okay, now I'm really done. Thanks, everyone.